Welcome back, Thrifty Food Plan Channel friends. If you are new here, I'm Jay, and I'm sort of the facilitator, creator of this little channel. I am so excited that I am finally taping kind of a video about a recipe that was shared by one of our community members, Anna. And I've been making this over the last couple of weeks. I just haven't taped it. And I'm so excited to share it with all of you because it's delicious and it's become like a go-to recipe for me. So let's look at the recipe that Anna originally shared, and then I'll show you how I'm making it for dinner tonight. Plus, I'm going to share some ideas about how you can mix up the flavor profile. So when you're eating it for multiple days, you can get a little bit of flavor diversity. So I love this so much, and Anna, I can't thank you enough for sharing the idea in the comments. But let's look at the recipe that Anna shared. Okay, probably more than a month ago, Anna shared her idea for a really bargain dinner, ramen bowls. And her idea has like changed my life in some ways. It's just so delicious and so variable. So what Anna does is she takes a packet of ramen and some edamame. Uh, that's 2 servings, right? Put it all in some water that's boiling. Put in some Asian vegetables. Um, she adds some Bragg's liquid aminos or some vegan broth or a little bit of the spices that come in the ramen packet. She lets that boil, and then she likes to top hers with some fresh carrots, cilantro, shredded radishes, green onions. And then, she saves half for dinner the next day. She also, in her own recipe, reminded us that, to make the flavor profile a little different, the next night she might top hers with a little sweet chili sauce or something a little different with vegetables just to change it up. I love this idea, this concept so much. Now, I don't have all the things that Anna has. I don't have cilantro, for example. And again, I have been eating this on and off for the last couple of weeks, and it's just delicious and diverse in terms of how you can make it. And Anna, I thank you so much for this recipe idea. So now I'm going to show you the way that I am making it tonight for dinner. And then I'm also going to share with y'all some of the different flavor profiles you can use to sort of mix it up as you're making it for multiple nights, because it is a batch. You can make it as a batch dinner. You also can make it in literally 10 minutes, like Anna says, with a very different flavor profile each and every night. So let me show you how I'm making mine tonight. I've got a half a pack of the ramen, and I still have the spice packet. Not going to use all of that. I'm going to put a handful of coleslaw in at some point. This is like where you could, sliced cabbage. I'm going to put in 3/4 cup of these stir-fry vegetables as well. I'm going to put a little ginger in just because I like the flavor. I'm going to use a half a cup of edamame shelled soybean for my protein. And then I am going to top it all with a little sriracha. And I have green onions back here, as you can see. So this is like a very, very simple ingredient list. And I am super excited to share it with you. All inspired by Anna. Okay, first things first. So I've got a cup and a half of water in my pot. I added maybe a third of the seasoning that came in the ramen. If you are sodium averse, I would recommend leaving out sort of the seasoning packet altogether and maybe using a little Bragg's liquid aminos or some coconut aminos, something like that, just to flavor your water. And then I added probably a half a teaspoon of ginger. So I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then we will take the next step. All right, I have brought all the goodness to a boil, and now I'm gonna add in my half a block of the noodles. I'm also gonna add in my 3/4 cup of veg. It's the stir fry vegetable, and my half a cup of edamame, shelled edamame. And, you know, per the package instructions, we're just gonna let this cook for, I think it says like 3 or 4 minutes, and I'll come back and check on it. Okay, I just want to talk a little bit about how you can mix this up. It's such a flexible idea. So I, for example, could chop up some tofu and air fry it and use that as my protein instead of edamame. The meat eaters out there, you can use chicken, turkey, whatever you got, to add protein to Anna's ramen bowls. The the thing that I am so in love with this recipe about, though, is that you can make it with so many different flavor profiles. So, for example, you could make a basic peanut sauce using some PB powder or some actual peanut butter, a little sweet chili sauce, and a little soy sauce. Just mix this up and kind of give it a sweet, savory kind of flavoring. That would be absolutely delicious. The other flavor profile that I have tried and is delicious is making a little bit of lemon tahini sauce with just a little bit of soy sauce in it. Gives it a completely different flavor. Absolutely delicious. Just delicious. So you can add this sauce. And then the final thing that I might recommend is that if you have any coconut milk, cook your noodles and veg in half coconut milk, half water, and then use, this is curry powder. I don't have a lot of it left, but use curry powder and it'll give it a completely different flavor profile. So in addition to the really basic one I'm gonna have tonight, just remember, you can mix up your proteins. You can make all kinds of sauce to go on top of this to really change the flavor profile. Sort of a peanut sauce, a lemon tahini sauce, and then you could even do it curry style by cooking the veg and whatever your protein is in half water and half coconut milk, adding curry powder with your noodles. That would make a totally different flavor profile. This is what I love about Anna's idea, is that it is super flexible. Okay, so my veg and noodles are pretty cooked up. In Anna's recipe, she tops hers with a little like sliced carrot, sliced radish, that sort of thing to give it a little bit of crunch. I'm actually out of carrots and I don't have radishes, so I'm gonna use that slaw that I have. So I'm gonna get a big handful of this, and I'm spilling it, a big handful, and I'm just gonna put that on top and let it steam up for just a couple minutes because I don't want mine to be too crunchy. Get all the dregs off my countertop. All right, so I'm gonna give that another couple minutes and then I'm gonna serve it up. Yummy, yummy. All right, folks, I just want you to look at this giant serving size. So delicious, delicious. And I do have the sriracha out. I'm gonna top it with a little sriracha. And I've got some water. And that is my dinner, and it is so delicious. Yummy, 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 yummy. All right, so let's talk about the pricing. So when I estimated the costs for the dinner the way that I'm making it tonight, it was 14 cents for half of a pack of ramen, a big handful of coleslaw. I'm estimating at 17 cents. 3/4 cup of those stir fry veg, prices to 35 cents. I'm estimating 5 cents for the hot sauce, 5 cents for the ginger, and then a half a cup of shelled edamame was 56 cents, which means that to make the bowl the way that I made it tonight, that's $1.32 for dinner. which is absolutely a bargain meal. This really is, like, I have been eating it on and off over the last couple weeks, and Anna is totally right. Like, this is a 10-minute dinner. It cooks up really quick, and again, you can make the flavor profiles super different just based on what you have in your pantry. Y'all, that is so delicious, so delicious. So I talked a little bit earlier about how you can mix up the proteins and you can mix up the sauces. The other thing you can do is you can mix up the vegetables using whatever you have. So if you've got peppers and onions, or peppers, onions, broccoli, or whatever veg you have on hand, you can diversify it that way as well. But I gotta be honest, like, this has become one of my go-to dinners because it's so easy to do. You can make it taste different depending on what you put in it, and it's super cheap, and it is like, it really is one of my favorite things now. I really encourage y'all to give it a try and make it your own. And if you have sort of your own takes on ramen, where you fancy up some ramen, please put all of that down in the comments below, because I did buy like 12 packs of ramen, so I'm gonna be eating ramen for sure. And what I've tried so far is delicious, but I'd love to get all of y'all's ideas. The College Phenom and I are going to Moab, Utah for a mini vacation. So be on the lookout for an upcoming grocery haul, vacation style. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Do all the things you can to help our little YouTube community. And I thank each and every one of you for visiting, particularly those of you who watch until the very end. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in a couple days.